Good morning, subscribers. Welcome to episode 17 of Complex Humans. It's Oliver Damien here in Sydney, where it's Sunday, 7th of May, 4 a.m. And my guest
Oh,
for today is Andrea Marz. She's in Austin, where it's still Saturday, 1 p.m. How are you, Andrea?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Awesome.
I didn't know it was 4 a.m. there.
It's okay. I'm used to
Wow.
working in different time zones.
Right on.
It's the world we live in. It's amazing how you could be talking to someone in the other side of the world.
Yeah.
So, what's on your mind? What would you like to talk about today?
Um, I was thinking because I just sat a Vipassana
Mm,
um, for 10 days. I'm pretty fresh out of that experience, so it might be a good way of integrating to talk about that
it's awesome.
experience.
Welcome back to the unreal world, as you would.
Yeah, it's been almost a week,
Mm-hmm.
which is interesting. 'Cause it seems like longer, and it also doesn't seem like that long.
Mm.
So
So, how is
time isn't.
but what made you do it? Is this the first time you did Vipassana? Or
The second time that I've done it. The first time I did it was about 3 years ago,
mm,
on the Big Island of Hawaii.
nice.
Um, so it's so interesting because it is hard, challenging. Have you sat one?
I haven't done Vipassana per
Yeah.
se. I've been into meditation retreats where it's partly silent, but not the strict format of Vipassana. How was it?
Mhm.
This is where you don't talk for 10 days, right?
Yeah, it was very, very challenging. And I went in, so funny. I went in, like, my life has been very, um, there's just been a lot of movement this past year. Really, like in the past 8 months, I left my job. I was working doing what's called peer support at the Austin State Hospital, which is an inpatient psychiatric facility,
Wow.
um, where I worked with teenage. The majority of my time I spent with adolescent girls.
Okay.
And I quit that job and then had all this space, basically, to feel. And then from that, just like all the inspiration that came, and I ended up traveling a lot and dipping into different projects, and like everything kind of felt all up here, like a
Mm,
lot of vision and a lot of ideas and a lot of really like feeling myself.
mm,
um, and I think the Vipassana, like, my intention for doing it was to ground, was to be like, okay, like I could feel that like all of the movement at some point was going to catch up with me, and that like I was gonna like my what I was desiring was more stability, so that I could look at all of the things that were up here and kind of like ground some of them.
mm.
And
So you
so
find where you are with all this.
totally, yeah, because everything's like really exciting, and then like, but I've been, it's like I've moved like 15 times in the past year. It's just like everything has kind of just been like, ooh, over here, over here, over here, over here. Um, and so I was like, okay, yeah, like I'm gonna do this Vipassana, and I was gonna do it in February, but then like I ended up doing something else.
Mm,
Um, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be like a rest. This is gonna be like a reset. This is gonna be, time for me to just feel into what's next. And I wasn't nervous, and it was just, I guess because I had done one before, and I felt good about it. Like everybody was like, "Are you nervous?" And I was like, "No, it's gonna be just like a rest." And it was not. It did not feel restful. It was really, really, really hard.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much you know about the technique, but it is, so you spend the first 3 days,
Mhm.
and you meditate. You wake up at 4:30 and you meditate from
Mhm.
4:30 to 6:30, and then you have breakfast, then you meditate again, and then you have a light lunch, and then you meditate again,
Mhm.
and then you have tea. You don't even have dinner, and then you meditate again, and then you listen to a discourse, which is this Goenka talking about the practice, and then
Mhm.
you meditate again, and then you go to sleep.
Mhm.
So it's a lot of meditation. And
Yeah.
then you have breaks, and there's like it was beautiful there, and there's walking trails. Um, but the first 3 days you do what's called anapana, which is you are focusing your meditation on the inhalation. So what the inhalation feels like through your nose, and then
Mm.
the exhalation. So
Yeah.
you're focusing on this like triangle area right here
Yeah.
for the first 3 days, and that's it, right? And
Mm.
so the the premise of everything, and it's all very scientific, like it makes a lot of sense scientifically, um, is that everything is always changing, right?
Yeah.
Everything is always arising and then passing away, and then arising and passing away, and arising and passing away. And what we tend to do is we tend to I like that, and then we cling to that, and then we form an attachment. And on the other side of that is we don't want to feel, and we have aversion to things that feel unpleasant or unpleasurable.
Mm.
And so we avoid feeling that, and we only want to feel this.
Mm.
And so
Mm.
the practice is a practice of awareness, and equanimity. So
Mm.
to be aware, and it's all sensation based. So after the first 3 days of just focusing your attention, really tuning your attention to focus,
Yeah.
then on the fourth day you learn the Vipassana technique, which is essentially scanning your entire body of sensation
Mm. Mm.
from the head to toe, and then from the toe to head, and like really getting all of that. With the experience has shown that um, basically we hold what are called samkaras from,
Samskara. Yeah.
yeah. And in the practice of this awareness and equanimity, we're
Mm.
actually moving out and through, um, and learning how to be non-reactive and unattached to these sensations, whether it be like really pleasurable or like really unpleasurable, but
Mm.
just to remain like in a place of like, oh, this is what's happening right now.
Yeah.
So it was a lot. It was a lot to feel.
I know. Yeah. It's like
I felt a lot from like my throat to like my lower abdomen,
Mhm.
and um, yeah, it was very, very challenging to stay with the intensity of the sensations that I was experiencing.
Did things come out? Because like whenever I go on my meditation retreats, my non-meditating friends will go, "Oh, that's so nice. You'll be relaxing." Far from it. It's tough work because
Yeah.
like when there's no external stimuli and it's just me and my consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, things really come out. Like things like from when I was in grade school and somebody said this comes out of the consciousness, all these things that I've never thought about in the past 20 years. They just come and they're so real. Like it,
Yeah.
it's like when I go into deep meditation, I'm reminded how a large part of what I feel is just in the consciousness, really, because those things are no longer right now, but they're still in the samskaras. They're like in the meditation I do, the samskaras are like an accretion of our astral body with our
Mm.
etheric body. They're like twisted knots, and when you put consciousness in them, you kind of release it, and all these things come back again. It's like they're like dents in the body, in the
Yeah.
non-physical
Yeah.
bodies. Did things come out for you similarly, like from your past and even past lives sometimes?
Hmm. Yeah. Um, a lot
Mm.
did. Um, and then having this new awareness that like just around sensation in general, and like I have like experienced what people would call anxiety or like panic attacky
Mm.
feeling for like a lot of my life.
Okay.
um
Yeah.
like I'll have an experience, and like that part of me, that sensation will get triggered,
Mm.
and so it will feel like really intense, like paralyzing, like I can't
Mm.
actually like do anything now, like I'm overwhelmed, and like I'm going in, and I was able to actually just be with this sensation.
Mm.
um, and around day 8.5, it was almost like that particular sensation, which it's all from here down, and it really feels like either somebody's like sitting on my chest, or somebody's like squeezing my insides,
Mm.
or like there's a fireball inside of me. It felt like day 8.5, like that particular thread of sensation that has been so debilitating for me, like
Mm.
something got detonated, and I haven't felt it like that since.
Amazing.
Yeah, yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, and
Although I'm still in this place of knowing that like all things are always
changing.
arising and passing away, arising and passing away, and so like I'm appreciative, and like it's great, like, and like I I'm open to it coming back, and I'm open. I'm more open and available to feel the sensations that are less pleasurable now,
and
and that, like, yeah,
it's
if that makes sense.
amazing to sometimes realize that like a lot of decisions that I made in my life was because of these samskaras.
Right,
It's
totally.
not what I wanted. I'm just because I'm not acknowledging that feeling. It's been running my life and without me knowing it because it's an unconscious drive, right? And by
Yeah.
being conscious, you just suddenly, oh shit, I'm free of this because now I see you. I see you, and now I can separate from this thing, and then I could really, okay, now that I don't have this panic attack, what do I want? Is that what happened to you as well? Like suddenly,
Yeah.
now what?
Well, it's like too, it's like, okay, like there's a reason that that sensation continues to come up. It's like there's something that is wanting my attention.
Mm.
Um, like it wants to be felt, or like, or like it wouldn't be coming in so strong.
Mm.
And so in that respect, it was quite beautiful, really, to be able um, to drop into a deeper level of just self-care and love and tenderness with myself.
Mm.
Um, and just knowing how to be with myself there, in a way that just feels like really sweet. Like wow, I'm sorry that I haven't given you the attention that you need, and I can do better. Like I can be better with myself. I can be like kinder, just like I would a friend or like a baby that is like crying or something. Do you know what I mean? Like if I can give my heart and like my soul and all of that, like that amount of affection and attention and just acknowledgement. I mean, I think that that's where it starts. Is if I'm able to do that with myself. I don't think I can. You know, I think you can only love others and other to the degree that you can love yourself. And so I was able to just like really drop into a deeper feeling of self-love and acknowledgement there, which was nice.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then like it was hard. Like it was really hard work, like the first 8 days, and then like day 8.5, something clicked. Yeah. And I got to have some really, really beautiful, expansive, connected moments.
And how is the reintegration back happening?
It was really nice because I drove up there with a few friends, and so we had the car ride back, which was 4.5 hours, and it was. I feel so grateful for that time because we all connected and we all shared, and it was interesting and lovely to feel how many different types of experiences were present. And all of the experiences, and like who I got to see, it's like I got to see and be seen on the other side of something that was deep work. And so that was cool. Like it was like a perfect kind of like reintegration of like me and 3 other women sharing our experiences, and like and then getting back and going really slow with myself, knowing like feeling how sensitive I am, and like how like my sensitivity has increased significantly, and just aware of my tendency to become desensitized again. And it's not even like, it is what it is, right? I mean, like I live in Austin, Texas. I live in a city. I have, it's like you kind of have to have some buffer, but also wanting to remain sensitive. And so committing to a year-long practice of an hour of meditation in the morning. And that's felt really good. Like it's felt like baseline, and yeah, I've just been like this past week, I've been taking it really slow, trying to at least, and doing a lot of just like yoga. I think I've gotten like 3 different types of massage and body work. Haven't taken any work. Just been like appreciating or having a new appreciation for just the ebbs and flows of life, and that like this is like I'm still I'm still in like incubation kind of like tender time, right? Like I can feel like movement will happen soon, but it's like I'm just not there yet.
Yeah.
Um, and I know that I'm not there because when I go to do, like I actually like there's like a wall there, and it's like no, it's like B, um, which really is great anyways because it's like if I'm being, then the thing to do is usually right there. Um,
Yeah.
so it's cool. I feel like good about it, and just like grateful for the new perspective and the the ways that I can apply it in my life.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I feel really open and yeah, it's like that magic moment. I could only relate when I come out of this meditation retreats. Like the whole world sometimes feel like it's in slow motion, and I can just watch things happen. It's just like amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like one of my teachers said, it's like being in the world but not of it. You know what I mean? You're like
Mm-hmm.
the world is happening, and I can play, but I'm not too caught up in it. And it's amazing when
Right.
you do that you could see like
Yeah.
choose. I could choose. Everything's happening. I could choose. Oh, I could go there, and then it becomes
Mm-hmm.
more fun versus being like doing all these things, and then suddenly you go, "Shit, what happened?" Doing all these things, I didn't even know why. Why? But when you have this level of feeling, you could just go, "All right, it's I could choose." You know?
It's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, awesome. Any last thing you want to say before we wrap up? It feels good how to really feel you and yeah and
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like I feel good about connecting with you. I mean, I don't think I've ever even like we've never had a conversation before, so
yeah
it's nice to be able to connect in this way, and
yeah
I appreciate you're what you're doing here with these videos. I think it's cool to just like be able to get into another person's world for a little bit and then
yeah and
share that.
it's amazing what even though like this is like an electronic medium still there's something that passes and I don't know if you feel that something physical even though we're not physically in the same place something
Mm-hmm.
a sensation is felt. I'm feeling it now. I don't know if you're feeling something.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome,
Cool. Thank
Andrea, and welcome back. And have fun with your journey. As you know, as the Buddha says, before enlightenment, chopping wood. After enlightenment, chopping wood. Thank you very much, and thank
you.
you everyone for joining us. Please like, subscribe, comment, and let us know what you think. And I'll see you in the next episode of Complex Humans. See you, Andrea.
Bye.